Hello, greetings to everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Academics Higher Professional Institute, the gateway into professionalism. On this part of my YouTube channel, I am going to be dealing more with the Concour classes for customs and public treasury. So, actually public treasury and custom have been scheduled for the 14th and the 15th of October 2023 respectively. So if you want to sit in for this Concour, you can actually use my YouTube channel, Academics Higher Professional Institute, to prepare for this Concour, because I am going to be uploading solutions to past questions both in English, mathematics, and in French, the essay topics and everything that the Concour entails of on this YouTube channel, to prepare students who want to sit in for this competitive entrance examination into the revenue corps of the civil service. All right, like I said already, we are going to be doing prepare for two Concours which have the same syllabus. We have the treasury and the customs. For the sake of self-presentation, I am Sir GODWILL YAKUM. This is my number that has been displayed on your screen. You can message me anytime if you face challenges while preparing for this Concour. In case you are not writing this one, you can notify me in my inbox on WhatsApp, or if I can be of help to you. Now, if it is your first time watching my video, subscribe to this YouTube channel so that when I upload subsequent videos about this particular concours that are coming up, you shall be notified on your phone to come and watch. So what you have to do is just to subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, any new video that has been uploaded, you shall be notified to come and watch. So welcome into today's video. We are going to be treating the 2013 section of the custom exam. Now, I'm not going to take the whole paper in this tutorial video. I'm going to deal with the mathematics section of this question. Now, remember the customs Concour. In the customs Concour, you write mathematics for 3 hours, and it is allocated for coefficient 4. Now, writing this mathematics in the custom Concour, even in the treasury, calculators are not allowed. So you are not allowed to get into the examination hall with your calculator. Therefore, there are some things that you need to already know, or that you can operate with even without calculator. Therefore, proper preparation prevents poor performance. You can actually use this YouTube channel to get ready for the Concour before time. We have roughly 1 month to prepare and few days to revise. In 2013, the questions for mathematics, the mathematics section of the customs Concour, was divided into 3 parts: Part A, Part B, and Part C. Part A was made up of 3 exercises, Part B was made up of 3 exercises, and Part C was made up of a problem. So in total, we had a number of 6 exercises and a problem. Now, also remember that in this Concour, you are expected to solve with using the Francophone syllabus. So it's one of the things that you really need this YouTube channel for. That is to say, you may know something but not present it the way it is supposed to be presented. So while we get into this video deeper, I expect you to follow up and get rid of every distraction around you. Now we are going to work with part A. I'm going to solve exercise 1 today. Now, part A was talking about number work, part B was geometry. Now, this number work in part A was allocated 6.25 marks, and the whole paper, part A, part B, and part C, was 20 marks. Now part A is 6.25 marks. We are going to start with that question 1. Now question 1 or exo 1, exercise 1 was allocated for 1.75 marks. So let's start answering our exo 1. It reads, examine the expression b equal to 1 minus 3 root 2 and c equal to the square root of 19 minus 6 root 2. A. Compare 1 and 3 root 2. Then give the sign of b. B. Calculate b squared and give the simplified form of c. So this is what we're supposed to solve, or this is what was given for 1.75 mark in this exam session. Let's see what to do. Now we already know that the square root of 2 is equal to 1.414, actually 1.414. So you need to know this, because during the concours you are not expected to use calculators. Calculators are not allowed. So if you don't know how to look for the square root of 2, if you don't know already the square root of 2 and some other things, the square root of 5, the ln of 1, you may really have challenges when you are solving. So now question 1 says compare 1 and 3 root 2. We know that the square root of 2 is equal to 1.41. It means that 3 times the square root of 2, or 3 root 2, is equal to 3 times 1.41. And then when you multiply this, I hope you know how to multiply decimals without the use of calculator. You have 4.24. Then now this implies that 1 is less than 3 root 2, because 3 root 2 is greater than 1. So if you want to compare them, you have 1 and 3 root 2 is what? 4.24. You now see that 1 is going to be less than. That's why you put the less than sign with the mouth facing 3 root 2, meaning that 3 root 2 is bigger than 1. So we have compared. That is what we're expected to do in the first part. We're expected to compare 1 and 3 root 2. Comparing means we should get to know which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Now the next part says then give the sign of b. B is now let's give the sign of b. B is 1 minus 3 root 2, right? It means that we are going to have 1 is smaller than 3 root 2 from what we have done here. We have that 1 is less than 3 root 2. But now b is 1 minus 3 root 2. It means that we have a small number minus a bigger number. Yes, we have a small number, which is 1, minus a bigger number. And then obviously we are going to have a negative number. If you take a number that is small and subtract a bigger number from it, your answer will be negative. For example, even 2 minus 4 will be negative 2. Actually, any number that is small and you subtract a bigger number from it, the sign will always be negative. So from here we can conclude that hence the sign of b is negative, and we are done with the A part of the exercise 1. So we are seeing exo 1. We now move to the B part. B says calculate b squared and give the simplified form of c. Now let's calculate b squared. Calculating b squared, we have that b is equal to 1 minus 3 root 2. That was given to us here in the question. B is equal to 1 minus 3 root 2. So we have to square it. But now, how do we square b? Remember, we are not using calculator. Had it been we had calculators in the hall with us, we would have simply computed this and then we square it still on the calculator. But now, this is how we are going to go about it. Remember this formula. If we have a minus b, all that squared is given as a squared plus b squared, then minus 2ab. Please, if you don't know this, you get to know it now. We are going to apply this formula to find b squared, where we have a minus b, all that squared, meaning that 1 becomes a and 3 root 2 becomes b. Alright, so b squared is 1 minus 3 root 2 all that squared, right, which is 1 minus 3 root 2 times itself. So when we write it now like this, we see that A has been replaced by 1 and B has been replaced by 3 row 2. So you can simply just substitute it here like as if it was a formula of which it is. Yeah, you just substitute inside there and you have what it comes to be. Now B squared is multiplying 1 minus 3 row 2 with itself, and then we are going to have 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times negative 3 row 2 is negative 3 row 2, and then now negative 3 row 2 times 1 is still negative 3 row 2. So that's why we have negative 2 times 3 row 2, because it is negative 3 row 2 twice, and then now we have this times itself, which now becomes positive, because negative and negative is positive. You are multiplying negative number and another negative number, you have a positive number. But if you can't do this like this, you simply substitute in this formula here, knowing that A is 1 and B is 3 row 2. You substitute here and you have the same thing that I have gotten down here. So now we have that B squared is equal to 1 plus 9 times 2, then minus 6 root 2. B squared will be 1 plus 18 minus 6 root 2, because 9 times 2 is 18, right? So we simply do that. 9 times 2 is 18. Now B squared is what? 19 minus 6 root 2, and we are done, because the first part of B says calculate B squared, and we are done with B squared. So now I will proceed. Now let's give the simplified form of C. Then we have that C is equal to the square root of 19 minus 6 root 2. But can we recognize that 19 minus 6 root 2 is B squared? Wow. So from there now we see that, but B squared is equal to 19 minus 6 root 2, right? From what we're given, from what we had here, B squared is 19 minus 6 root 2. This means that C is equal to what? The square root of B squared, because what is inside the square root function is B squared. So we just substitute there, because 19 minus 6 root 2 is B squared. So C is equal to the square root of B squared. And the square root of B squared is what? B. The square root of B squared is simply B. So the simplified form of C is B, which is 1 minus 3 root 2. And we are done with the question. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we come to the end of this video. Like I said, I was interested in solving just Exo 1 now, but in this paper there were 6 exercises. So we had up to Exo 6 and then a problem, So subscribe to my channel. I shall upload videos to this channel non-stop, and then if you subscribe, then you shall receive new video notification, and you come and watch, and I'll always explain clearly for you to understand. Feel free to drop your comment in the comment section where you don't understand, and I'll come up again to explain to you. Also feel free to send me any message on WhatsApp through this number above. This is my WhatsApp number. You can message me anytime if you face challenges while preparing for your concours. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, and have a nice day.